Hello everybody and welcome back to Poke Australia and welcome back to Road to Cities. I'm Jordan Bamford. Before I jump into today's video, I just want to apologise for the lack of content that's been coming out on our channel. I think yesterday we started uploading after 3 days of not uploading anything, and the reasons for that was the first day was PTCGO had just recently been updated and it just crashed for me a heap. And then the past 2 days my internet hasn't been the best, but we're back on PTCGO and Road to Cities. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Mega Mewtwo Yveltal, or as I like to call it, YZM, because we do use Zoroark in here. So this is the Mega Mewtwo EX that came out in Breakthrough. This is the better of the two in my opinion. Psychic Infinity is a really strong attack with 210 HP. Mega Mewtwo can survive for a bit. It's not going to get one-shotted as quickly as other Pokemon are, but for Psychic Infinity, 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. This attack does not affect weakness. Now when I first saw this card, I was like, it's got X-Ball but better, but it's not affected by weakness, which was a pretty big problem for me when I first saw this, was because I didn't think it was going to be as strong, but then I realized that this thing with a double colorless energy does 70 base damage on its own. Now there's heaps of things that can buff this up, such as attaching more energies or your opponent having more energies, but I really like this Mega Mewtwo now. It took me a while to kind of get used to it and to see how strong it really is, and there's a recent deck that's been popping up with Yveltal. We'll get more into how the deck works in a minute, but this Mega Mewtwo is the main attacker of this deck. Takes a couple of turns to set this thing up with a bunch of energies on it, and we can start using Psychic Infinity for a lot of damage. So we've got a 3-3 line of that. I use Scattershot Mewtwo, the reason being Scattershot is just a better attack in this deck when we play Psychic Energy. We can also use this damage change of attack as well, more on that in just a moment. But we have the 3 Yveltal, baby Yveltal. Now the reason why this deck works so well is because this works as an anti-Night March attacker. So basically this thing can knock out Joltix and Pumpkaboos very easily, and if your opponent has nothing to respond with, you can just keep using Oblivion Wing turn after turn after turn after turn. So this Yveltal is really in here for the Night March counter and to accelerate energies onto our Mega Mewtwo by using Oblivion Wing, which allows us to attach a Dark Energy from a discount pile to one of our benched Pokemon. Now I also run a 2-2 Zoroark line in here. This is just to stand in retreat, just when we've got enough energies on our Mega Mewtwo we can retreat it. We can retreat the Yveltal, sorry. Mind Jack's also a very strong attack for 2 colors. It does 30 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's got, I think it can do like 160 without like a Muscle Band or Skyfield down. We then also have 2 Shamans in here just to set up for the draw. So that's the Pokemon lineup. Moving on to items, 3 Battle Compressor. This is really in here to get rid of these Dark Energies as quickly as possible. Usually you're probably gonna get rid of the Dark Energies quickly and probably use a Rainbow Energy onto this Yveltal. Rainbow Energy's in here. I'll explain the Rainbow Energy in just a moment, but I'm getting sidetracked, so yeah. Battle Compressor can also get rid of other energies, so we can use Mega Turbo. I honestly think, and I'm going to change it right now, I'm going to drop 1 Mega Turbo and add 1 Dark Energy, just for a bit more consistency. Mega Turbo isn't too well, it's useful in the deck, but when you got Oblivion Wing to power up, you don't really need the Mega Turbo. 1 Super Rod just to get energies back when we need them, all Pokemon that we need. 4 Ultra Balls, pretty standard. 4 VA Seeker, which is standard. 1 Hex Maniac, just for, you know, some bad matchups where we need it. 2 Judge. This is a really good disruption card, and I really do enjoy having it in this deck. 2 Lysander, just to bring up the targets that we need. 1 Birch's Observations, because it's the second best draw support that we have. 4 Professor Sycamore, because it's the best draw support that we have. 2 Shiner Memories. Now this is where I said you can use this damage change effect, because let's say in a hypothetical sense that this thing's got 200 damage on it, so it's got 10 HP left. You can use Shiner Memories, and if you've got the energy requirements, you can use this damage change attack to swap old damage from this Pokemon onto your opponent's active Pokemon. So you just basically swap the damage, so you can put 200 damage onto their Pokemon, which is just insane to think about. It can really help knock out the strong EX Pokemon like Yveltal, Manectric, things like that just get destroyed by the Psychic, the damage change attack, if you can pull it off. Then I've 2 floatstone in here just for the free retreat on the Zoroarks, 3 Mewtwo Spirit Link just so we can keep doing things after we Mega Evolve, 4 double colorless. This is just because this requires double colorless and it helps get energies on there. 1 rainbow energy, just because there might be the circumstances where you need to use scatter shot or damage change, or you can also use Oblivion Wing. It's got a couple of purposes in here, but we only need the 1. Then 4 dark and 4 psychic energy. So that's my YZM deck. We're going to go and give this one a game and we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're going to jump straight into a game with this deck. I'm going up against the fighting deck, which depending on what it is, we actually probably have the advantage over this. Not only is Yveltal resistant to fighting, but we've also got Mega Mewtwo and Mewtwo EX, which sometimes have the weakness advantage on fighting Pokemon or rock Pokemon, depending on what it is. So my opponent starts with, okay, we're going to put up Mewtwo. We've got a pretty decent hand, honestly. I can really play this out to use that Shaman. I don't know if I'll use Judge. We'll find out. Alright, so we see Robo Substitute, Fighting Fury Belt, not Fighting Fury Belts, Focus Sash, Karinas. So I'm thinking probably like a Marowak Break deck or Mind Shell's probably the more likely one of the two, but we'll find out. Okay. It doesn't look like Allied Octillery, just because they don't really play Robo Subs. Not really a giveaway as to what they're playing. There's a lot of level balls, so I'm assuming it's probably Mind Shell. Yeah, there's a Mind Shell. Okay, so my opponent has mulligan a bunch. I don't really know if I want to take these draws though, just because, well, I suppose it can't hurt to take a couple. I'll take 2 draws. We'll take 2, and then from there we'll just say no. Yeah, see, I wish I didn't do that now, because those were 2 draws I didn't want to see. Oh, jeez. So here was my perfect hand, now reduced into nothing. We can battle Compressor. I don't even think I want to play the Shaman at this point. I'll get rid of the 1 dark, 1 psychic. Yeah, I don't think I want to actually use for 2. I may as well do it. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but we get the energy. I don't think it's going to matter too much. I may as well put the Dark. This thing's not evolving next turn. Hopefully, we're going to play the Judge just to put my opponent down at the disadvantage. Okay, that's not very good to see. Not even a Psychic Energy to use Scatter Shot for the knockout. Alright, so I was hoping for something a little bit better than that. Hopefully we can top deck something like either a Mega Mewtwo or a Sycamore, something that we can actually use. We do have the Zoroark, so we can stand in. We're going to see a Karina for Lucario. And for the item, they'll probably take a Focus Sash, I'd say, just to keep either the Mindfu or the Lucario alive. Focus Sash. Okay. So Lucario's going down to the bench. We're going to see Professor's Letter for the 2 fighting energies. Fighting down into the Mindfu. And we're going to see a flop for 10 damage. So all we need is 1 Psychic Energy. And we can get to the knockout. We see Mega Turbo. Oh, that's enough to make me not want to play this game ever again. I can't even retreat, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to put Dark down onto here. Oh, I can't believe we top decked the Mega Turbo. I should have probably... no, if I stood in them, we probably would have been seeing a knockout next turn. I don't think Mind Shower can knock me out next turn. I suppose we'll find out what happens. Gonna see another flop for 10, so my opponent, much like me, does not have much going for them. We get Battle Compressor. I'll just play to thin my deck out. That's not what I wanted to see. I'll get rid of 1 Sycamore. Battle Compressor and a Hex Maniac. Okay, we'll get rid of those 3. And we can end turn. So we don't even have the float stone, so we could be using Oblivion Wing at this point. We're going to see a VS Seeker from my opponent for Karina. So they're probably going to get the Mind Shower this turn and start actually being able to do something. Which, unlike me, I'm just stuck at the moment. Hopefully soon we can get a good top deck and we can start to come back from this. We're going to see Karina and a VS Seeker. Alright, so we're probably going to see the Mind Shower come down here. Going to be able to hit for 40 minimum. Probably put a Focus Sash on one of these guys. Oh, maybe they're just going for the high jump kick. Focus Sash onto this, so yeah, they're just going for that high jump kick. Apparently this seems like a better strategy than using Air Return. Okay. We see Lysander. That's no help to us at this point, but we may as well play it. And then in turn, wow, I really need a Sycamore. One of the 4 Sycamores, one of the Birches. VS Seeker. I think I've got 4 of them left in deck. Yeah, I've got 4 VS Seeker left in deck. An Ultra Ball, a Shaman, anything. I've got so much draw support left in deck. And it's unbelievable that I'm stuck with 2 Mega Turbos. We're going to see the Karina once again. Okay. So the Mind Shower, was it a Mind Shower that they took? I didn't really see it. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was a Mind Shower. I don't know. Could not have taken anything, I suppose. Okay, I guess we'll find out now. So high jump kick for another 40 damage. Mewtwo EX is looking like it could be going down shortly. Hell, I might as well just do this. This is honestly my best option right now, is to stand in and Mind Jack for 70. Threaten the next turn knockout, because even if this thing gets knocked out, we can use Oblivion Wing for 30. But they're probably just going to use Arrow Turn because of that, so there's no real use for that at all anyway. Focus Sash going down onto the Ben's Mind Shower. VS Seeker for the Karina. That's the only one they've played, yep. Gonna see another Karina for Mindfu. And probably a Robo Sub. My opponent hasn't played much. What they take was a VS Seeker. I think it was a VS Seeker, but that could have been because I was looking at their discard. Alright, so there was really no point to me doing that 70 damage. Ah, they're gonna high jump kick. Maybe there was a point to me doing that 70 damage. I'm gonna actually start to get stuff going. I think I had the Spirit Link on that, didn't I? Yep, cool. So I got the 2 Mega Turbos. What we're gonna do right now is retreat into this thing, and we can Oblivion Wing for the knockout and get a Dark Energy onto the Mega Mewtwo. Okay, so we've still got that Lucaris, and my one prize card is a Zoroark. Come on, I've got so much draw support left in deck and I can't get anything. Okay, so I can Mega Turbo onto this, but at the moment it's not going to be too useful. They're going to bring up the Lucario, which intrigues me, because if I can top deck an energy, we can knock it out and take 2 prize cards. Lysander though on the Zoroark. Fighting Stadium's coming down. So I'm actually going to be able to VS Seeker. We're going to see it. So I think they took the VS Seeker for the Lysander for next turn probably. Okay. So we're going to see a Missile Jab for the KO, 100 damage. We could throw up this Mega Mewtwo. We're going to take 2 prize cards this turn. My only problem is I don't have much else set up. We see the Float Stone. It's a couple turns too late. I'm just going to hang on to it for now. We're going to do a Mega Turbo, get the Psychic down, and Psychic Infinity. Art doesn't apply weakness. I'm a fool. I should read cards maybe. So we're going to hit for 130. So This can't knock me out this turn, can it? It's going to be close. Now we're just going to see a missile jab for 70. So we are going to be able to knock it out now. We get the Mewtwo X, which is a start. Okay, so we can Psychic Infinity. Now we're going to hit for the KO. I can't believe I completely glossed over the fact that it doesn't include weakness. Regardless, we get finally some good draws. Okay, so now I might be able to start doing something. They've got no energy on this Mind Shower. The only thing they can do is Air Return. If they do that, they lose. Well, they... Oh no, they got them. They got the Focus Sash. They don't do anything though. Okay, so we can go double colors down onto this thing. Ultra Ball. I don't think Zoroark's going to be too useful at this point. Get rid of those two. Take a Shaman. Yep. We'll take a Shaman. I actually probably should have got rid of... Oh, I did get rid of the Megato. Okay. We'll put the Float Stone down onto the Yveltal. Why not? And then we can Shaman for 5. So now we're starting to get somewhere with this. After the horrible start. There's 3 VS Seekers. Okay. What do I have in discard pile? I don't want to play Sycamore. I'm just going to hang on to it for this turn. And we can Psychic Infinity. I actually probably should have retreated and Oblivion Winged. I don't think it would have mattered. No, it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, so my opponent can probably Aero Turn next turn. I really wish I played Zerosic or Startling Megaphone. We're going to see the Professor Sycamore. Interesting that they had the Escape. I suppose it wouldn't have mattered Escape Rope. I would have just promoted something that could attack. Robo Substitute's coming down. If they bend something else, then I can Lysander it. Gonna see the Sacred Ash for a Mind Shower. Lucario. Mind Fu. Okay. Muscle Band onto this Mind Shower. So they got the energy. The strong energy. So that's a bit of an overkill for us. Alright. Now we're at level packings. Okay, so they're going to throw up the Mind Fu. We're going to throw up Baby Yveltal. We get the Birch's Observations. I might as well bench another Mewtwo. We can go double colorless. And we can go for an Observations. Tails, damn. See another Lysander. We get a Spirit Link. I'll hold on to that for now. Oblivion Wing. I probably should have actually played that because they may play Headringer. The unfortunate thing is my opponent's just going to be able to get into a consistent loop of Aero Turn, so I really should have probably used Judge then. So I think I misplayed that, honestly. And I hope that doesn't completely screw me over this game. The fact that I should have played Judge to put my opponent down to 4 cards. Okay, so we can see an Eco Arm, Focus Sash, and a Muscle Band. Karina again for Mind Fu. Focus Sash going down onto the bench. I really wish I played that Judge. So this isn't going to be a knockout, nowhere near a knockout, but they did leave this thing up, so if I can... I can get a knockout this turn, which I suppose I'm kind of at the moment in a prize card war, so I probably should just hit for the knockout. We'll get the one with the less energies on it. So we're really going down to no cards. And we can Lysander up this benched one. I suppose that leaves my opponent without a Mind Fu. Retreat into this one. And we're going to take a prize card. Hopefully we can get a VS Seeker or something. Maybe, hopefully. Just need some more draw so we can get that Judge. Super odd. Alright, so the Mind Food's coming back down. Focus Sash down. Alright, another Robo Sub. The Mind Food. They do have the strong energy in the fighting stadium, so they're going to be doing a bit of damage. I just really want to hit a Judge. I know I've got one left in deck. I know I've got 3 VS Seekers in my hand from before. I really misplayed that turn. So, I'm still ahead in the prize card game. Okay, so they're going into the Robo Sub. We're going to get a Psychic Energy. Ugh. I don't have much going for me. I'm just going to retreat this thing. I know it's going to cost me a double colors to do that, but I can just Oblivion Wing. There's no point leaving my EX up there when they can threaten a knockout. So I'm just going to Oblivion Wing. Okay. So, at this point my opponent really is just kind of looping over the same thing over and over again until they can eventually get a knockout. So they're just doing the Mind Fury, Focus Sash, Mind Shower, Strong, Attack. That's all they can do at this point. We've got 18 cards left in deck, and I know one's a Judge, and 3 of them are VS Seeker. I know that's confirmed. So we really need to hit that Judge, and then we can like lock my opponent down. They didn't attack. We get the Sycamore. That's okay. Alright, so we can... Honestly, I'm not even going to bother attacking this thing. I am just going to attach an energy here and then Mega Evolve. Alright, next turn we got the VS Seeker for Judge when they eventually use Aero Turn, which I hope they do next turn. Oh, they got another Mind Shower. Ugh. Another Strong, so they're actually going to try and probably use High Jump Kick. Yep. Resistance. So I'm not going to worry about using Judge just yet. I'm just going to... May as well attach an energy and use Oblivion Wing for 30, because now I know they're going to use Aero Turn. So this is actually going to be a really close game for me. I don't know how it's going to play out. My opponent's going to take a prize card this turn. If they use High Jump Kick, they really just screw themselves, but no. We're going to see the Aero Turn. And now I'm really hoping they've got 21 cards left in deck. A Judge will really throw them off their game. So they're probably going to put... Oh, no, they didn't put up the Robo Sub. Okay, we're going to Shaman. Because they do have the Float Stone. Okay, so we'll go Float Stone. Put this on the Yveltal. VS Seeker. For Judge. Which is what I should have done turns ago, but I'm an idiot and didn't. And we're going to play the Judge. Put my opponent's big hand down to 4 cards, which will hopefully throw them off, and they won't be able to do that Aero Turn next turn, and we can eventually win the game. So we're going to go up here, and we're just going to Oblivion Wing, because there's no point in attacking with one of our Mewtwo's when they can be threatened to get knocked out. We're just really accelerating a bunch of energy on here, just in case he drops the Lucario. I can VS Seeker for Lysander. So that's really what I'm pulling for at this point, is VS Seeker for Lysander. Let's just hope my opponent didn't get anything too good. We're going to see a Pokemon Center Lady. Ugh. Of course that would happen to me. I'm going to put this here. There's no point to using a VS Seeker at this point. I might just hang on to it. For when there's something relevant, I can use it on Oblivion Wing. 6 cards left in deck. That's okay, because I know like 3 of them are VS Seekers, so we should be good. We can just repetitively Judge if we have to. Mind Foo's coming down. Don't have the energy. Don't have the energy. Cool. Alright, so this turn what I can do is retreat for the 2 energies. Go into this Mewtwo. We'll go into the more healed version of Mewtwo. And we can just Psychic Infinity for the KO. And if my opponent throws up a Robo Sub, we can just Lysander up this little thing over here. I think we've got the game. I don't want to say we've definitely got it, because we might not. We'll find out how we go. Okay. So there's the Robosub. We're going to see an Eco Arm, Focus Sash, Sparkling Robe. Oh, they play Sparkling Robe in here. I didn't know that. My turn. Okay, so we've got VS Seeker for Lysander for game. Alright, that was actually a really tough matchup. I didn't expect that to be a hard match, but it was surprisingly difficult, especially when I misplayed on that judge, which I've probably brought up a million times already. But we do end up winning the game regardless. It took us quite a bit to get there, but we have finally done it. YZM is definitely a contender for a top cities level deck. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw it. I think I ran against it once. Actually, I don't think I ran against it at all over the weekend. No, I didn't. I ran against YZG a couple of times, but not YZM. I know a couple of the other guys did. So it's a really competitive deck, really strong. It came second twice, Geelong and Werribee respectively. So that's the deck. That's my version of it anyway. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.